Unit 1, page 15. Exam Techniques. 1. You will hear 5 people talking about bringing up children. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list A to F which opinion each speaker expresses. Use the letters only once. There is one extra letter which you do not need to use. Speaker 1.
I'd say that men and women are as good as each other at looking after children and loving them. I grew up without my dad around. At the time it seemed normal, but now I have my own kids, I realise how mothers and fathers help us in different ways. As a dad myself, I know there's a bond between children and their dads that's just as important as having a mum around. And from experience, I'd say that only a man can really do that job.
Speaker 2.
If you're thinking about the day-to-day care of children, I'd say that fathers and mothers can be equally successful. I know several families where the mother is the main breadwinner and the father looks after the kids, and it works perfectly well. But I'm sure that the physical relation between a baby and its mother creates an emotional tie which there's no substitute for. And of course this won't change because men will never be able to have children.
Speaker 3.
Mothers and fathers are different and always will be, but both are essential. It's far too much work for one person to look after a family on their own, so it's important for the father to help out right from the start. The key thing is to always put the interests of the children first. I know that I have a special relationship with them as a mum, but I can see that my kids need their dad around too.
Speaker 4.
The idea that men are worse at looking after children is rubbish. Dads can do everything just as well as mums. Women are only better at childcare because, at the moment, they spend more time with kids than men do. It's like my mum. She doesn't understand how to use email, but if she worked in an office like me, she'd know exactly what to do. It's just a question of familiarity.
Speaker 5.
When I was a kid, my father made more effort to spend time with us than most fathers would have done, which wasn't what real men were supposed to do. Whenever he wasn't at work, he dedicated all his time to me and my sisters. Other than my mum, people didn't really recognise how special he was. My father wasn't like everyone else, so people just ignored him. Nowadays, most men are involved with their kids like he was.